Welcome back on the show. Happy New Year, everyone. Our official show, actually, first in the year 2022. So I just want to use this opportunity to really thank God for life, really thank God for health, really thank God for family and friendship, and also to remember the people that might have lost something, lost someone, considering this atmosphere of COVID. Things are just happening here and there, but we thank God that, we're alive and we're safe and we're here. And also to thank the viewers that have been watching us since the inception of Hanging Out with Timmy. Thank you so much. And also to apologize that, in case you forgot, every first Saturday of every month, we're going to be having starting at 4 o'clock as we do, but otherwise it will be 6 o'clock. And we also have a couple of news that we're going to share with you as we go. How about I say welcome to the ladies? Miss Greatness, welcome.
Hi, Timmy and Heidi. Thank you very much for having me and for the wonderful relationship over the last few years, even before we started the show together. Um, it's that relationship that has, um, evolved. And sorry for the extra noise that you hear because I'm somewhere at a public place. But yeah, it's the relationship that evolved into this show as well. So I really just want to say thank you for that. That we grow together. And that we are here. We're looking forward to where God is taking us further. But this is a very, very great platform, both for myself and for those that, follow me, can definitely benefit from here. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to start this year equally together with you. And definitely looking forward to more beautiful things that are in store for us. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Thank you for having you. I thought you have it. That's for the audience that are having you, not myself and Heidi, because you are having it. All right. So, Heidi, how are you doing? You're glowing.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much. I was just on the phone with a friend before. She watches our show every Monday on TV. Wow. And she doesn't watch now, but she watches on TV. So she asked me this question. She goes, "Can I ask you, why do you do this show?" Okay. and I went, that like, I know the reason why, but I've never been asked. Like I had never had anyone ask me, why do you do this show? And so I said to her, I actually enjoy this very much. And I feel on purpose when I'm on the show, and I feel on purpose during the week when I do the show. I just feel on purpose for some reason. It gives me so much joy, so much clarity in my thinking about so many different issues. I learn a lot. I help myself and I help others along the way. And I get to enjoy. I'm enjoying this. Yes. I'm in my element. I have so much passion for this.
You do.
And I think people can tell when you're enjoying something, when you're passionate about it. People can tell, and they get inspired by that. Can you imagine, Tammy, that you are a source of inspiration?
Thank God. I thank
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that by some words that you use, you can actually help someone change their lives?
Yeah.
Now, you know what? I'm not going to choose anything else. I'm going to choose this because this is so good.
Oh,
wow. I like that. And
Yeah.
I want to help people change. And I want to change along the way. So that's why I'm here. And thank you for having me as well. And, thank you so much for our viewers.
Mhm.
I want to thank and bless every single one of them because it's
Yeah.
because of you we get to show up every week like that.
Yes, true.
Because we come here to serve. It's because you tell us what you want to hear about. It's because that we are so connected. It's because that I go to places and people say, are you on that show? So we want to talk about that. Don't forget this. I want you to discover that. And I'm going, yeah, hell yes. I want to talk about that.
Right.
And yes. So well done, Tammy. Thank you for bringing us together. And thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all the effort, the energy, and the time you invest in this. Thank you. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much, ID. The joy of the passion that you two have actually spur me on. We were at the Window City yesterday, Wyndham Innovation, and this guy was talking to us about you might have a big vision, but you need big people to help you to outwork it. Because if you're the one just driving it, then it's not big enough.
Yes.
And but your passion just spur me on, because sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm tired today. But then I remember Heidi was like, are you what that? So I'm like, I better get going. And then Liz be like, where are you? So really, it's the passion and the commitment of both of you that keeps me going. And I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to God that you are in my life, really, because I can't even compare it to anything. Because again, for even you too, it sometimes it's not convenient, but because you're committed to this, you're really committed to this. I look back at the things we've done, and I'm like, who are these people? Sometimes I'm surprised that we're the one, because we just show up, we just say what is in our heart, what we want to share. But sometimes you got to go back and watch it. I'm like, what did we even talk about that? So I'm really, really grateful. Last year was awesome. How many people we brought and how they share with us. My father made me, cried. We had the 8-year-old on the show. We had all the kids on the show. Everybody that we had on the show. So, but this year promises to be another quantum leap. We're not crawling. We're flying this year. So it's going to be an amazing year. And I really thank you. Thank you so much for that, and for everyone that has come.
Thank you.
Yeah, this year I just want to say something. Our news, we got a big news. So we said every 6 weekly is gonna be hanging out with Temi. Temi is gonna be hanging out with herself. So then on those days, you're not gonna see us on the show. So I've got the date here. So 19th of February is just gonna be me. 9th of the 4th, 14th of the 5th, 25th of the 6th, 7th, 6th of the 8th, 17th of the 9th, 5th of 11th, and 17th of 12th. They will not be hanging out with me on those days. I'm going to be showing up there. So if you got questions, some questions, sometimes we can't even share it here. But if you got something that you want to share that is personal, and you want us to make it, anonymous, I can do that. So you're going to be hanging out with me on those dates, but we'll share the dates around so you see. And also the intrepid women is going to be happening on those days too. So I will show up in the morning or noon time, and the intrepid women will be. So the ladies are going to still be together, but we're just not going to be on the show. Just say I'll put that forward outrightly. So let us go on a quick break, and we'll be back with today's topic. Guess who is in the
In the
garden? How are you, Hen? I can see you there. How do you do? All right, let me mute from here. Is that all right now?
We had it muted on our side. Sorry about that.
We had lunch at a Korean restaurant in Clayton. So we're in Clayton now.
Fantastic. That's a good place to be.
It is, yeah. It's
Clayton,
very multicultural.
I know. It's beautiful. You're hanging out with the Liz there. She's
My sister.
she's really full of fun. Thank you, Anne, for what you do and welcome on the show. And we
Ah,
know
thank you.
you are from peace and you and your husband are doing an amazing work in Australia all together, reaching out to the vast majority of worldwide, I must say. But you and your husband is the president of the Peace Federation. Give me the word. Universal Peace, yeah? Can you hear me?
Yes, somewhat.
Universal Peace Peace Federation. Is that you?
Yes,
Yeah. All right.
that's my husband.
Mhm.
I'm working with Women's Federation for World Peace,
Yeah.
which is they're strategic partners, slightly different theme or work and emphasis, but overall same philosophy. Yep.
And can you share a little bit about the philosophy? What are you about? I know you're doing the
Okay,
Peace Federation,
that's
but
a good question.
the
So
women.
basically, the philosophy is living for the sake of others. So if we want to have peace, we're not going to have peace if it's always me, 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 myself, and I. It's only by living your life for the sake of those around you and spreading that message and everybody working towards that goal, you're really going to have peace. So it's under the themes of universally shared values, mutual prosperity, and interdependence, because people think they're individual, they want to have their own uniqueness and individuality, but actually, we can't survive without each other. And if we cannot, if we're just thinking about my own prosperity or this nation being a rich nation, we're living in the A class lounge suite. We're not aware of others, then other people aren't going to be happy. So it's really being sustainable in your life and your lifestyle and sharing that blessing with others. So
I
that's
like that.
fundamental.
I'm going to ask you again. I get the mutual dependency. The second one is you told
Interdependence,
interdependent. Yeah.
interdependence. It's not dependence,
Yeah, I
because
get
then that's just being a drain. So it's
it. Yeah.
interdependence. It means each of us need each other support to achieve our own personal dreams, but also our shared dreams.
Yeah. I was asking that question because it's relevant to our topic. You said something about prosperity. What was
Yes.
that?
So it's
What's that one?
mutual prosperity.
Mutual prosperity.
So the first one is mutual prosperity. Second
Mm-hmm.
is interdependence.
Mm-hmm.
And third is universally shared values.
I like
So,
that. Thank you so much, Anne. I love that. That is exactly why we show up, and that's what we're trying to articulate and to preach to the world that no one is an island. But anyway, thank you so much. Your point is very relevant to us today. We better go to the topic of today. But I I I heard something yesterday. Uh, And I was at a conference yesterday with Heidi at the Wyndham City Council. They put this program together called Innovation. So Wyndham Innovation. and somebody was talking about rules, rule versus choice. Did you pick that?
And the rule of a choice. What did you say?
Yeah, it was saying that don't give too much choices. So there was
Yes,
a picture of the jeans that this
yes,
guy was showing us, like tons and tons of jeans. And he says,
yes,
if you go to the shop and they're showing you all these jeans, then you get confused. You don't know which one you want, which one you want. It says that if you're gonna give something, make sure like you give two options. Don't say, do you want flat tea or short tea, latte, almond, all those things. People get confused. I like that a lot about what I saw yesterday. What did you pick from that meeting yesterday, ID? I'm trying to
yeah.
look.
So yeah, that point was actually one of the time. Like I've never heard anyone say it like that.
Mhm.
I've never heard someone say limit the options you give to your buyer.
Can you
This is
imagine?
the this is the first time I ever hear it, and when I heard it and I thought about it, it made so much sense.
It's true. I guess maybe that's why some of my things are not selling, because I got too many for people to choose from. And I like it. One of the things that I want to emphasize is what we do here. One life. You are one individual life, but we're very persistent. We're very committed in improving many lives, you
Yes,
know. And that's what we do. Just one life, but we're committed, we're persistent to improve our lives and to improve other people's lives. So it's good when you go to places like that and then they reinforce what you do and you go, oh, that's true, that's what I do. Because sometimes you got to go out there and come out of your comfort zone, as I always say, to
yeah,
to learn and relearn, especially
yeah.
in Australia where we are. But
That is so true.
have you got anything you want to share before we go to today's topic, Liz?
No,
Heidi,
that's yeah.
shall we dig into today's topic?
Yes,
What's
let's do
the
it.
name? Timmy. So John and I we used to work
All
in.
right, I'm gonna meet Miss Liz there. Uh, Today's topic is everyone evil. Do you consider everyone evil until they prove otherwise? I thought that's really a challenging question, isn't it? Really a challenging question. And I think it's actually a really good one, because if you break through, if you're able to articulate and answer this question, you'll probably will be free. You free yourself in a whole lot of, pickles that you might be. Do you consider everyone evil? And I got the definition of evil. Evil is profound, immoral, and wickedness. Wow.
Mm,
Immoral and wickedness. What came to my mind straight was like those people that abuse their children, men that rape their daughters. That's weak act of wickedness. I'm sorry, that's evil, you know. And sometimes they, I mean, the intention is to harm you, either consciously or unconsciously. These things, if you're doing something that is harmful to others or intended to be harmful to others, then that's evil, extremely
mm,
so, extremely unpleasant
mm.
behavior. That's evil, you know. And I did look at the characteristics. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
So, characteristics of evil, they are manipulative and they want you to take their side. Since I've been thinking about this, it's just the mind of this person that raped the daughter that was coming to my mind. You rape your daughter, you manipulate the brain of little innocent being, to make the poor girl think incest is right, violation the person's privacy and being. That's manipulative. You
Mm,
blame others and say, oh, it's because I was drunk. My friend fed me drinks. You blame others. Aggression, they react to something really small as if the whole world is coming down. So watch it. When people are always aggressive and tensed and manipulate situation and don't give opportunity to even ask, You know, maybe I saw something like, for example, hanging on your shirt. Maybe I said, Liz, there's something on your shirt. And Liz think, oh, she thinks I'm dirty. She's disgusting. You know, something like that. I'm only just, it's a genuine gesture. I don't mean to do it. I just don't want you to go out with dirt to the whole world.
Mm.
I just want you to be conscious of what you have here.
Mm.
And emotionally, they're very negative. One thing that I picked, listen to this, they struggle to respect your space. Man, they struggle to respect your person, your input, your person, your space. For example, if you tell me, would you see me on Tuesday? And I say, oh, on Tuesday, I'm sorry, I will not be able to make it. And then and that creates a big deal for you. Or you want me to go ahead and tell you that, oh, I've got surgery, I'm seeing a doctor, I'm neurotic, whatever you want to hear from me. But because I didn't give you this explanation, you just go and start being negative. And they always want everything on their side. They also think the whole world is against them, as if the world owe them something. Liz is
Mhm.
against me, Heidi is against me, everybody is against you. Those are the characteristics. So, ladies, tell me, everyone is evil unless they prove otherwise. Is that safer than to just be naive and think everybody is good, and then you get abused, you get bruised over and over? Where would you go? What do you reckon?
Um, I'm going to make a separation here of an evil act and an evil person.
Awesome. Thank you.
Somehow I know that even when people choose to act in an evil way,
Mhm,
it doesn't make them evil.
mhm,
I know it sounds difficult in that situation that you just mentioned, that example of a father raping his daughter.
mhm,
I know it seems like the man is evil. He's hurting his own daughter and he's
mhm,
doing something awful to her. I
mhm.
understand. Is he necessarily evil though? Or is he choosing to do an evil act? Maybe.
My daughter said something to me once, and I never ever forgot. One of my friends did something, and I was not pleased with what he's done because we're very close. So I expected that he would just tell me something so that I don't hear from outside, because I later heard from outside and we're very close. And this thing is not something that is secretive, it's something that people will know anyway because it's on the public domain. And then I said to my daughter that, oh my gosh, she just left my house. She was spending time with me on weekend. Why didn't she tell me? And my daughter said, well, she doesn't need to tell you. And she said something. She says, so those armed robbers that goes out to rob people and kill people, that sometimes they're family people. They have children and wife, and they're good family people.
Mm.
Good family people, but they're armed robbers. They go out and shoot people and kill people. So how do you now separate this? So these people are intentionally killing people. They know that what they're doing, they're killing people, they're shortening people's lives and ruining people's destinies. I just thought I'd say that. Liz.
Well, I will take it from a personal perspective, really, and say that I'm one of those naive people who, come out of my house trusting everybody
Yeah.
and only find that you were actually an evil person. I wouldn't come out thinking everybody is evil. My point of departure is everybody is good and everybody has good intention towards, their fellow human being, and then gets proven to become, otherwise. That's from my perspective. And I'm going to support that from this one boy who today or this year will go on to be, I think, about 40 something years old in prison in the States. he got in there as he was involved in a double murder as a 13-year-old and was sentenced to life imprisonment as a 15-year-old, and he is still in prison today. He went with his friend to a house to ask to clean the gardens, to be able to make money. But then at this very house, the people did not want them to do the cleaning. And that conversation turned into something else, and they ended up to kill, these two people who were in the house. They didn't go out to commit the murder. They went out to, ask for permission to do the cleaning. But this conversation turned out in a way that, made them murderers, which they did not intend to do. And that also comes out into the show that he had. Somebody had a conversation with him in the prison, and that's how it ended up or came out to be. And you are also talking about armed robbers. An armed robber is it's a little bit of a tricky and a different situation. That's what they do. So they literally sit down, discuss, today this is our strategy and this is how we go about it. So them, I would agree to say that they are evil. That's their plan, and if caught, they are caught for what they have planned out, the strategy that they have set out to do and to be. But generally speaking, unless that's your job, I would say people are good unless proven to be evil.
Okay. People are good unless proven to be evil. I'm going to go with the point that people are evil until they prove to be good. And I have a point to buttress that. But before we go on a quick break, I just want to recognize that Pastor Festus Newton is not here today. And our bishop from England, one of them, or they will be with us next week. But hope everything is good in England and in Queensland. We miss you. We'll go on a quick break and I'll be back with my points. We'll be back. Welcome on the show. Today we're talking about, are people generally evil until they prove otherwise? Until they prove otherwise. And Liz has been saying people are good, they're not bad. It's the act. Heidi was separating the action from the deed. But I come to submit that even the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, his heart was bleeding when he created man. He created them, and he says their heart is continually evil. So if the Lord says he was going to wipe all the nation off because he regretted that he created mankind. And I also want to say, I'm like you, Liz, I'm very naive, extremely believing. But, and my husband has been teaching me, I'll say this. He says, there's separate trust from love. There's difference between love and trust. I trust and I love. I love passionately and I trust passionately. It's not right. You gotta be very, very, very mindful. Be sharp, be smart, because again, yesterday we saw one of the richest women in Australia, who is one of my coaches. She told us that she had a company. Initially, when she started her business, and one day the husband turned out and say, "I'm the CEO," but it was her company. She started it. and she got rid of him. That man, this is somebody that you married. I'm not talking entanglement, married. Your wife, this is her passion, this is her life. She built this business, she started. One night you came out and you just introduced yourself as the CEO and the owner of the company. That's evil. And that is being taught true. So I say that to say we gotta be very careful. I don't know how many times I've been burnt. Extremely sorry. I've been burnt badly by someone that you trust, especially the people that are closer to you. I'm talking about maybe your siblings, your sister, your brother. Burnt. Someone that you you sacrificed your almost your life for. And they did that. So if your blood relations can do all these acts of evil, and we said list, the armed robbers, they plan. So why would you think somebody outside cannot be evil? Even Bible says it. The heart is continually evil. So we gotta be very mindful. For me, I'm coming to submit and to agree that people are evil, so that when they do any act of evil, you're not disappointed. Why do you think people commit suicide? Why do you think people jump on the bridge and go? Because they've been so hurt, because someone that is closer to them is hurt them badly. That is why. And that is why I look at people like Wale Fur as an hero, considering what she went through with people that she trusts. Thank God she's standing. Thank God she's sharing her life. But a lot of people are not alive today because of the way they've been hurt by evil people, evil perpetrator. And so, but the analysis that you gave, Liz, so do we now say the kids, separate the kids did from a grown person that is delighted in your downfall, that is delighted if they, for example, maybe something bad happened to you, now people are laughing? I think that is evil. So should we separate, maybe when people are naive, or maybe they young, or maybe this act is not continual? There's a difference between continually doing evil, or you did the evil once in a while, or you did it and you repented and you are conscious of it. Should we separate that?
Okay, Temi, I have a question for you. Let's say who David from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this man fell in love with a married woman,
Mm-hmm.
and he committed evil in his
Yes.
heart with
Yeah.
the woman, and then he took the woman, and then they had adultery or whatever they had,
Yeah.
and then he made his arrangement for her husband to be killed in war,
Yeah.
because he wanted to get rid of him so he can end up with the woman.
Yeah.
Now I look at that, a killer, a murderer, an adulteress, a deceiver, that's evil.
That's evil. Yeah.
Is David evil?
The difference between, I will say about David's one was that he knows how to appease the God. He knows how to sing, how to go naked, how to appease and to say, ask for forgiveness. That's what I'm saying. So if people do things here and there, nobody is perfect. Everybody is come short of the glory of God. We're all sinners for sure. But when you're continually doing evil, when you are not repentant, and your heart is delighted in somebody else's downfall or misdeed, then that is where the problem is. The greatest worshiper of God is David. He knows how to worship, he knows how to cry, he knows how to go back. He's done something like that. It's evil. This is slept with Bathsheba, and send the husband to the peak of the wall so he can. That is, the lust of of eyes, the lust of the desire of the heart is to. All those things are atrocities. For sure, it's evil, but he knows how to go and cry. And Bible says David will rent his clothes, he will put his face down, he will weep, he will cry, he will worship the Lord. So judgment belongs to God in terms of that. And we know how David turns around every time, every now and then. But I think for people like myself, I'm extremely naive. And I think it's good for me to go this way when the Bible say it's evil, because I believe, that people are not evil. I love passionately and I trust passionately. I trust. They've taken my company away. They stole my organization because I was trusting. You know that. They almost stole my husband because I was stolen. I was trusting. I trust, but I think you got to be very, very mindful not to make yourself a prey. That is where I'm going to say. However, there's a man, one of these psychologists, the greatest psychoanalyst of all time. One of them, Erickson, is one of them, and Sigmund Freud is one of them. He says, you don't go out and start thinking everyone is against you, because then you become the evil people. Because if you're thinking like that, it talks something about unconscious bias. And it says, is this unconscious mind that is guiding you to always be thinking somebody is against you? And if you are like that, it says you got paranoia. You're paranoid about people. I'm not talking about paranoid and be scared, but just know that I'm not gonna um I'm not gonna trust you until you prove otherwise. That is what I'm saying. I'm not going to trust until you prove otherwise. If somebody you engage, you married with, you cannot trust. If people can't even trust their children or their parents, sometimes you can't trust your parents. So why would you think people outside you can trust? Well, I've got an answer for me anyway. I'll let you go. Liz, you got something you want to contribute before I come to some solution for me, and I hope you'll be able to tap into it.
I want to throw in something here with regards to being selfish and being an opportunist. Um, I think there is an aspect of being an opportunist in people.
Yeah,
Um,
I
I
agree.
may not have come out from a house, to grab something in your car, but I may see that there is a phone in your car, and and get tempted to break in, to take your phone. Does that make me an evil person?
No,
Did I succumb to a temptation at that moment?
yeah,
So I think when the aspect that Heidi was bringing in is equally relevant in separating the deed from the person, because some people may be tempted beyond their strength and succumb to it,
yeah,
um, while as the aspect of being an opportunist could be entirely part of everybody's makeup. Everybody wants to 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 get that good thing for themselves. We all selfish in nature, we all opportunistic in nature, and that gets taken to the next level when there are different kinds of opportunities in our lives. It's in how we look at the opportunities. Some people can't separate opportunities from um, um, getting into the private zone of the other person versus being, the opportunity that is there legally to empower me. How we look at opportunities may be different. Um, Somebody who is literally breaking into your car probably may not think they are doing wrong. I don't know if they do.
hmm,
But people fall short of realizing how their deeds impact or
true.
affect the other people, really. So
That's it.
I think we need to be cognizant of that. As much as we may think that was evil, from the perspective of the other person, what is evil could probably not be the definition that we ascribe to it. And I'm not talking right about the wrong,
Mhm.
but maybe evil is a relative term. Maybe wrong is a relative term. And I'm really just throwing that in there.
Yes, I agree. I like
I
that,
like
Liz.
that. I like
Yes.
I like that. You see, opportunists. we as human, I think we're always supposed to give grace. If somebody broke into my a car to steal a phone, he's probably hungry. I never, that's not evil. That is some hungry person. That is some limited person. That is something, that is someone that is hungry for something. It's okay if God, if you are blessed to be able to have fun, and this is this person's life aspiration, and they're fortunate to say to steal, so be it. God help them. That's not what we're saying. We're saying people that are planning, people that don't respect, people that are wise, people that understands that your space is your space, but they still disrespect your space. People that knew you like 20 years ago and they still want you to be the same person 20, that's evil. And you're saying something like you want, they want to have what you have, something materialistic. I'm not talking about that. That's some little thieves. But you're working now with Anne Belevan, and then I'm desiring to be with Anne and put you down, and I'm planning about what's that. There's a lot of opportunity out there for everybody. I can never be least, I can never ever be hiding. So whatever you've got, you got, God is blessed you with that. And whatever I get, I get. And then there's opportunity for me to go out and get whatever I want. I don't need you to go down for me to rise up, to harm you. If I'm planning that, if I'm continually envious of you, oh, she's slim. You know, Heidi came from holiday, we had lunch, and then you guys were telling me I'm putting on weight, and I said, thank you. So I said, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be sending you my veggie photo every day until you are sick of me. and that and that's what I'm doing, you know. Liz looked beautiful. Heidi looked amazing. And I'm like, what am I doing? But I know that discipline does miracle, right? I don't need to be, I can't be you. But I'm thankful to God that you are in my life and you're helping me. And I'm like, I gotta do something. This girl is saying, my husband is like, I said to my husband, am I heavy? And my husband said, well, it'll be good if you do. Just do whatever you. I said, just tell me. He said, no, you know, it's good to be fit and it's good to lose weight too, isn't it? You know, so I think if someone is not happy for you genuinely, if they second guess you every minute, if you have to prove yourself to a friend every time, they, they're not worth it. You're gonna be sinning at the end of the day. You're gonna be sinning. I'm there. Oh my gosh, she's using wrong languages for them. I don't want to be with them. But you know, the essence of what I'm talking basically. Sometimes your friend could be your greatest enemy. Your enemy could be your greatest friend. But what if we go out there and just say it doesn't matter if they disappoint me? I know men are evil anyway. That is that is just what I am about, because some of us are being naive. So I look at some solution. Um, is if you think, okay, I'm gonna use this before I go to the solution. Liz, if somebody breaks into your car, take your phone one day, the same person come tomorrow, break your phone, and then they come on Thursday, break your car and take your phone. These people, you don't know if they want to take your life. This is not that I needed for my God and I'm running away, but they keep coming to do that damage. You don't know where they're going to go next. So what you need to do is just avoid the environment, avoid the space. You know, they limit your joy, because now you're like, I have to go and do extra job now to buy another phone. You're stressing, you're not sleeping, you're tired. So they're limiting the joy, but we're going to have control of our joy. We know that. Establish the boundary and stick to it. So if they come to visit you and say, I'm going to bring my daughter, and you love that daughter because she's cute, I'm going to bring my daughter every day, but when they come, they're stealing. Just tell them I'm not home. Don't bring your daughter. Thank you. So don't put that sentiment there, stick by. And I noticed that if you're gonna do this remedy, you're gonna have enemy, but the enemy in the first place anyway. I'm telling you the truth. They just pretending to be friend. So you have not lost anything, even if they upset with you now physically, but behind they're upset with you anyway. They gas bagging and they planning evil about you. So you have not lost anything. Establish that. Stay away and hold your emotion. Rise above. All those things, don't let them suck you into the little thinking. I like one thing that I wrote here. It says, be angry. I love it. That's one of the story. Be angry with the situation. Enough is enough. I'm cutting off. Somebody like me, I have to prep my head to be angry. I don't get angry easily. I'm like, I should be I should be angry. Oh my gosh. So when I saw that, I'm like, this is good. Yeah. Bible say be angry, but sin not. They're different. You can be angry and call it short and call the nonsense out, but sin not. And I know how to do that, all right? I'm not gonna talk evil about you. The problem is I'm not gonna think about you. In fact, I will forget your name. I said this, man, it's true. I'm not kidding. I forget the name. Thank God that I've got that. And don't feel anything about it. Don't think evil of them. Don't feel guilty, because these people, they will make you to feel stupid. You're going to be thinking, am I overreacting? Should I be angry? No. If your mind tell you to be angry, be angry, but sin not. Sin not. So I don't know how you are managing Liz. That you're still naive. Don't be naive. Sigmund said you have to uh, get rid of that unconscious mind, because we need to be conscious of everything that is. What is this? I did use the word. Is this serving me? Is this situation serving you? Is it going to make you to sin at the end of the day? If it's going to make you to sin, to do the wrong thing, then cut it out. I've got an example and I'm going to stop there. One example I was going to say is to say everyone is evil. We talk about if your husband brings in a mistress to your room, to your house, and defile your house. I used to talk to a couple of ladies and ask questions, what would you do? Half of the girls don't know what they'll do, because what they'll do is evil. They're going to kill someone, or somebody is going to give rat poison. So we are capable of doing evil. We are capable of doing evil. You don't even know until that thing happened. God forbid that those things happen to us, but we just have to get rid of that unconscious mind and to come to our consciousness about what is happening to us, what is happening for us, and what are we going to do about it. You said I'm putting on weight. I knew I'm putting on weight. What am I going to do? Will I keep looking at Heidi and say, oh, she's so pretty. I wish I'm pretty. No, I'm pretty. God made me pretty. I do whatever I do to myself for myself. Has nothing to do with every other. And I admire good people. I admire pretty people. So I got to do something about it. But let's go on a quick break and I'll ask Heidi a question. I'll be back. Welcome back. We're still talking about everyone is evil, including me. I don't know what I would do if you do something nasty to me. I don't know. So people will look at me and say, Temi is good. Yes, she's good. She's nice. She's sometimes stupid even. But I don't know if you touch me in the wrong place. I really don't. I'm praying every day. God help me to be able to maintain my temperament, to be able to manage myself. I'm a woman of God, all those things. But I'm praying about it that, I don't want to go over and misbehave. Hang on, it looks like we've got some comment. Let me go on the comments. Great. Good to see you on the program, Ambassador. See, this person is evil. How this guy never comment on our show ever. Now he saw N and he's saying da 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 da. Who cares? You're greeting N. All right, we talk. Good afternoon, Temi or Colin Wells. Good to see you. I don't know what we said there. What's that? Can you read that? That's like French or something. Von red. Okay, please, can you tell us the meaning? We're happy to have you back. Thank you
No
so
idea.
much. Oh, okay. They're hoping to see the pastor. Thank you very much. I know we're all hoping to see the pastor as well. So, Heidi, do you reckon your own view everyone is good, like Liz says, until they prove otherwise, or do you think everybody is evil? We're gonna take a side. And I'm just worried about people that we think everybody, like maybe even the young ones, and that we think everybody is good, and they will not know the boundary, and until they keep hurting them. So I believe let's go with everyone is evil. But I want to hear you out, Heidi.
So I would always say I will discern and make a very good, difference between what the act and the actor, the
Mhm.
person that is doing whatever it is, and the act itself. Okay. And knowing that I'm a human being and I'm capable of being evil and being nice and being everything else. Look, I am not a saint. I'm not a devil. I'm a human being. And I may choose to be evil. I may choose to be evil. And I may choose to be doing a good deed and a good act. Look, at any point of time, I accept humanity. I accept people for being human. I am not here to make a judgment or to call someone evil or to call someone, not evil. I don't know about that. I know about an action. An action is sometimes not helpful and not desirable, but at the same time, the same person that does this is able and capable of also doing that. So who am I to call this what that or this? I'm not gonna name people anything, because it's not I'm not in that place, and I don't like to do that. It's actually, silly of me to call someone evil or someone else innocent or someone else whatever. I can be naive
So you
in
are
in
neutral. No one is good. No one is evil.
no one,
No one is good. No one. It's true.
no
No one
one,
is good. It's true. No one is good. No one is evil.
no
Uh,
one.
or maybe
Yes, I am
everyone
able.
is
I
good.
can choose to be this or that. And you know what, Temi? I was just with my coaches on Thursday, and
Mm,
this is what my coach said.
mm.
He said, "Why are we always making a statement that I am this or that?
I know. True.
Why can't I be this and that?"
Don't say that. That's one of the question topic that we're going to talk about. Non-binary. The issue of non-binary. Liz, do you know what that is? Non. Do you know that?
Yes, I do. I do have an idea what we're talking about when we say non-binary. But let's leave that for the topic. Let's
Yes.
stick to.
Because you either be here or there. So anyway, I heard what you're saying, and I agree. I agree really that we say we're not judgmental, and I actually prefer to be nobody. My father was telling me that you are nobody, and you have to be nobody to be somebody. You have to look at yourself. Even one of the things that make evil, according to the research, that make people evil is on people that are unable to assess themselves. That is evil. So if you're able to evaluate and assess yourself on every stage of life, what am I doing now and what is it doing to people? What am I doing now? What is it doing to people? If you are not able to do that, that's one of the attributes of evil. You always be only you. I want to see Temi, she needs to come today. I want to get that iPhone. I need to get it today. I want to get whatever she's got. That you're not evaluating the way you're going. So evaluate and keep check of yourself every time. And that is what we're doing here. Check yourself. You can see, I think I'm evil. I'm doing evil deed. And if you continue to do it, then you are not being conscious of it. that is become your pattern, is become your norm. You're killing somebody every day. That is why the psychopath, they kill people every day, and they don't know, because they block their mind. They quite unconscious with what they're doing. So that is what essence of this topic today. I just want us to check ourselves and see what we're doing, how we're traveling. Are you doing something evil to one person today, and something bad? Let's just use the word bad. What is that thing causing that person? What is it doing to that person? Am I hurting the person? Then you need to be able to withdraw. But if you're not measure, weighing all these things, your act, your attitude every day, then that's a problem. So let us check ourselves, basically see what we're doing to ourselves. If you leave yourself, neglect yourself, you are evil to yourself anyway, because you don't leave yourself and get unnecessary, unhealthy. If I'm sick now, it's not just going to affect my family, it's going to affect you ladies even. Because you say, tell me, can I see you in Williamstown? I can't get up. I need a chair lifting to lift me up because I'm 200 kilos. So it's not good for anyone, and it's not good for me. So that's the kind of act that we're saying. You can even be evil to yourself unconsciously. So that's the essence of the whole show today. I'm going to stop there, and we're going to call it a day for today, and wait for an amazing topic next week. I think we want to talk about that binary. It's upsetting me. Um, you cannot be this is. Let me leave it, because I've been brewing on some stuff. And there's another topic we're going to share. Is about huh, don't let me even go there. This is really bad. Really bad. All right, let's leave it. We'll come back on the show next week. Next week is going to be 6 o'clock, and we're going to put in the date that we're going to be doing Intrepid Women. We're not going to be on the show. We put that there so you are not disappointed. Anyway, I love the topic today.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was wonderful.
Okay, so help us to say good day to Anne. And Anne's son says, good to see Anne. Your son is not me who is a godly man. I apologize. I'm checking myself. We'll see you next week. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.